Sgt.Johnson.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Sherman Steven. Rastaman, I collect the thing, eh? As Lieutenant Robert Hibbert says, Rasta, and I feel so proud for him to say that the real Rastaman is discipline. We're disciplinarians, you know? If we look. Okay? Okay. Okay? And ladies and gentlemen, there's a young man that is entering the building. I want everyone to stand and give him a big round of applause. We're talking about David Johnson. Give him a big round of applause. I told you before I had the opportunity of touching a real hero. I touched the hands of Tremaine Brown in 2017 when Tremaine Brown jumped into the Cali Smith Drive gully that was going at about 20 miles an hour to save a 12-year-old child. We thought both of them were dead. Lo and behold, about 3 hours later, they were found hitched up with Tremaine Brown, hitched up on a branch, still hugging this 12-year-old kid he never knew. And I want to tell you something, Tremaine Brown cannot swim. So for him to do that, it tells me something. That he was living for the sake of others. So this man, David Johnson, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Brown, could you come forward, please? Edward. Captain Edwards.
One of the stalwart, the workhorse, the leader of the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force was a young man at that time called Major Brown. Major Brown instilled discipline, training. He would travel to other schools around the island to train the cadets. And we're very humbled and honored that God has blessed us with his presence today. And we're going to give the Major an award for his dedication and service to the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force. Major Brown was also the training major of the JCCF. So Major, we thank you very much, sir, for your support.
Absolutely.
You instill some discipline in me that has lived with me all my life. Between you and them people is Colonel Allen, and Ben stands for British Empire Medal, which he got. And it's a lot of history. But this medal comes from almost $500,000 cadets. This man is the master of cadet training. He has set a lot of JDF career on the right path. I remember he was always inquiring to the sixth formers when they did the final exam. And as soon as we get information, we got interview with JDF, everybody fall in on the day that they were supposed to be there, and them have them dockets, and they would march out to White House in JCCF, and they would all in their interview. This man has set many a career on the right path. Yeah. Right? And interestingly, you know, he's of the Seventh-day Adventist field. And none of us knew. And when we were on camp, he's not there, and we don't miss him because he set the thing going. Yes. And by the time he turned up back, it's like, oh, we don't see him all day, but everything there around. And it's not until I become an adult that I knew that he was a devoted Seventh-day Adventist. And we have to take about a church today after 5 o'clock. He had to be with us today. Major Brown is one of the stalwarts. I don't think there's anybody who have been a part of cadet that never knew this man during our time. And we couldn't trick him. As much as we tried, take one step ahead. We couldn't trick him. We just couldn't do it. All the people in the village, if I use can't leave. Heard it. I started. Major Brown will just come up with one and one engine and say, who moved the vehicle? Well done, son. I thank you.
I'd just like to mention that my wife, Laura, she was the first lieutenant nurse in the JCCF in the 1970s. So she has done a wonderful job there, very short stint, but she was the first female officer in the JCCF during my tenure.
I never knew this. So that was part of the reason why you listen from Saturday.
Can I pass? Yeah. Sure.
Sorry, come to go. Major, thanks again.
Thank you all.
Next, we want to invite, present this award to Lieutenant Colonel Fairclough. Yes, sir. I don't know where to start to say anything about this man. Just say to yourself, been there, done it. I'm so glad that he's law-abiding because with the skills and knowledge we have, if he was to go the other way, Lord have mercy. But he's a man who has done almost everything. Humble. You would never believe Colonel Johnson has accomplished so much. Until you get to know him, then you will know. But I am proud to have served with him. We have always have a good relationship. You know, sometimes I'm holding ears when we come and cuss and make noise. That is why I'm still a captain and not a colonel. But mentorship, guidance, comes in part of this portfolio. The only flaw I find with Colonel Johnson, and I say publicly, the only flaw this man has is a KC Walcott. I had to go there. But in recognition of your service, I'd like to present this to you. Sir, thank you for what you have done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do for the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about you. Maybe 1 minute. I forgot about it. Anthony Fairclough, stand up. Anthony Fairclough, my cadet friend for years, under the name of Papamichy. Michigan and Smiley. Hey, who don't know this man everyone? This man was in the Money Cup final as the goalkeeper for Tivoli. Hand broke. I don't tell nobody say hand broke, you know. And play out the match. and win it. Imagine.
Well, my brother, we go on the war camp back from 1973. I'm not old. I was in camp with at JC, not KC, Jamaica College. The keynote speaker performed good words, right? Excellent. And Major Brown with tutor us from back in the days. We have to just commend him and give thanks for him and his wife. And to all the officers and everyone, the RAS and everyone who is here, cadets, Butcher and everyone, much love. And also to the captain. So, Captain Levy, you know the last time you invite me to camp, I will go to the officers' party. And then I wonder, when me I do that? And I say, Captain Levy invite me, but me you give up that wrong. I said, but me I'm part of the big man. This was JDF, so I was a cadet from 1973, and I left as a company quartermaster. No, rock with it, right? Active. Still perform. And I want to know this before I'm going further. Is while I was at the annual camp, that's how I learned to DJ. Yeah, it's serious. Was with the money. No, with the money gun. We all go on road and the Jack Rudy sound system I play. And a cadet named Rankin from Trenchtown take up the mic and start DJ. But you know what we are cadet, you know we are cheerful. I said to myself, say, no, so we can do that. And it's from that day, we take up the music business, being a cadet. And as you see me, you see the discipline, so I'm still a cadet. I pick themselves as a soldier because in the morning, bed up is spread. Shoes off a right, clothes off a press, and I'm still disciplined, and I give thanks to the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force for having me and instill all that discipline.
Trust me, friends forever. Forever. That was a trophy. Mercy. You sense of that man was in prison? Yeah, I'm not being that. I'm not that one.
Captain Levy, thank you, sir, for your service to country and, of course, to your... Something went wrong? Something else is up there for him. Let's make one thing and done. Okay. Do you want me to move right along? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping the ship and move a little bit more expeditiously because of Sergeant David Johnson. Now this young man impresses me, I'm telling you. He brought me next to tears when Wayne Thomas told me of the plight of this man. And I said, this story must be echoed in my biggest of voice. I listened to some of the words that he said on the video. So tonight, it is my honor to let the world know what a true hero, what bravery, what gallantry is all about. Sergeant David Johnson joined the Cadet Corps in 2019 when he was 13 years old. He was in charge of Titchfield High School and Buckby High School as a corporal at the time. Sergeant Johnson was in a tragic accident on May 14, 2024 which claimed 2 lives and changed his life forever. He was on duty and got into a taxi with some other cadets to travel from Port Antonio to Buck Bay to participate in cadet training. Suddenly the driver began to speed. A boy who was a passenger in the front of the taxi told the driver not to drive so fast. The driver was not happy with the boy telling him not to drive so fast and continued unnecessary speed. However, when they reached up a hill, the driver turned around. Can you imagine? He's going 140 miles an hour and turn around to collect fares, underestimating the speed of the vehicle. When he turned around to collect the money from passenger and was distracted, he did not see a parked truck up the hill. Sgt.Johnson saw that the driver was about to charge into the back of the truck. Utilizing his cadet training, his discipline, his selflessness, his humanity, love for others, living for the sake of others, he pushed and nailed down the 2 heads of one of the cadets and another girl who were sitting beside him in the back of the taxi. We're talking about, I have to call their names. We're talking about Renika, Silvera, and Zawadi. And because of his actions, not thinking about his own life. Because if he was thinking about his own life, then the injuries that he sustained that day, he would not have sustained those injuries. Remember, as the song said, take away himself. Because he didn't take away himself, he not only saved those 2 young girls' lives, and also another that was sitting beside him, because he's selfless and he lives for the sake of others. Look at his forehead, ladies and gentlemen. His forehead is soft like a gel because part of his forehead is in his stomach. The reason why his forehead is in his stomach is because they have to preserve it because he needs more surgery. And that's why I have to big up Wayne Thomas, because when Wayne heard of the plight of this young man, his selfless action, Wayne said, we have to do something. And he went into his own pocket, not waiting on any offering plate, and he gave Sergeant David Johnson $100,000 out of his pocket. It was told that when he reached out to the headquarters of the Combined Cadet Force for help, they didn't do anything. This young man is an example. Stand up. I want everybody to stand up. He cannot see you because he lost his vision, because he gave up his vision for those 2 children. Clap him. I want you to hear every single amigo in this place. And I want to walk over and actually touch him. Because I've never, this is my 2nd time, Sergeant David Johnson. I want to touch you, sir. You're a true hero. I love you, man. And I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best, man, because you gave up of your life as a young man for others, and most Jamaicans don't do it because they're selfless. Thank you for your selflessness. Thank you for your bravery, and thank you for what you did to those 2 young girls and that young man. You're a hero in every step of the way, and I'm going to reach out to the government of this country for them to award you the award of gallantry. Comes Heroes Day. I'm going to do it. I did it for Tremaine Brown. I'm going to do it for you. You're welcome. Clap him, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a video? Take a look at that video before we give him his award. Take a look at that video. You can have a seat now, David Johnson. Start.